Well, I'm not sure he's answered the call of his beloved South Sydney Rabbitohs, who are certainly facing some injury crisis at the moment. He's just here on an extended holiday, but it was good to catch up with Bryse McElhinney. Good to catch up with you, Brian. So you're down here to support the Rabbitohs. They need some support at the moment.
Oh, to be fair, I haven't even been following the footy that much since I've been in Queensland. But no, if I was going to get anyone to step up for South, I'd probably ring Doug Hewitt, to be honest. He's a good footy player and goes for the same team. So I'd be ringing Doug Hewitt instead of me.
Geez, you better not hear the GMAC say you haven't been following the South Sydney Rabbitohs. You're sporting their colours.
He follows them enough for everyone. So if he's watching, no one else has to.
Well, I've got to say about Glenn, win, lose, draw, no, up on the top of the table, down the bottom, he still wears his South Sydney gear. He's one-eyed and he loves it.
I don't know why I'd throw my toys out of the cot by now. It's very hard this year. I've been watching a few games, all the highlights and that, and we've been very up and down. And yeah, so I don't know. We've got to do something soon.
Bryce, you made the move to Queensland 3 years ago and it's been going on exceptionally well.
Yeah, it really snowballed when I took off up there. It was a slow start. It's been good. A bit of a learning curve. Made me a better person on and off the track. Still got a bit to learn on the track with certain things, but yeah, it really snowballed and I've had a good couple of seasons up there.
We're under the care of three outstanding mentors in Darryl Graham, Jack Butler and, as you mentioned, Doug Hewitt.
Yeah, so I started my campaign with Darryl Graham and was there for a few months and then made the move to Jack Butler, and that's probably where things really started to kick off. I had a lot of opportunities for Jack and I was there a good on 12 months or over that, and then I decided we sort of went our separate ways and I branched out on my own, and in that time I was out training my own team. Doug Hewitt approached me when he first moved up there and was looking for someone to give him a hand a few days a week, and so I started helping Dougie out and it turned into a full-time role, and I was probably there for about 12 months, and things just got a bit hard with where I was living and where Doug's situated, so we went our separate ways as well. So, but it was a good learning curve working for Jack and Doug, because I learned a lot off Jack on the training aspect of things, and he was able to take out the premiership up there too, so which many people haven't done since Grant Dixon's taken over. But and with Doug, it was more, I learned a lot more about breaking horses in. If you ever come up to me probably 5-6 years ago, you could even ask Glenn this question. I had no intention of touching a breaker, but working with Doug really taught me patience and really taught me how to break horses in.
Yeah, now 26 years of age, and you've touched on a very vital point there, learning from different trainers and putting it all into your thought process.
Yeah, exactly right. There's anyone, you can walk through any barn at any track and you can learn something off anyone. The way they feed, the way they train, the way they do different things, it all works out. You just got to find what helps your horses and find a routine that suits them. So it's been a hard 12 months. I've been on my own for 12 months. It's been hard, but I think I've finally found the right routine and the way I do things, it seems to work. I got my partner Lily who helps me out, so she's she's an off-the-track standardbred sort of trainer as well, so she might throw the saddle on her racehorse and just do something different, so we have a different aspect as well.
And Lily's a newcomer to harness racing.
Yeah, she is. She's been involved in the industry for a few years now. She's worked for Grant Dixon a few times, Graham Dwyer, and Jack Butler, which is where we met. So we met at Jack Butler's, and yeah, we got together soon after, and we've been together a couple of years now, and I got down on the knee and proposed. So yeah, Queensland really matured me, but yeah, she took out her trial licence last year and did all her trials, and she's had a few race drives now and landed a winner, so she's doing really good.
Well, you've got knees like a giraffe, so that would have been a long way for you to go down, but the good news is, and congratulations, you're getting married in October.
Yeah, so I was able to get down. The hard part was getting up. I was actually had a crane service on standby just in case, so that's the joke anyway. But yeah, after a few choice words, she said yes, thankfully. So yeah, we're looking forward to October, and it's all systems go.
Have you converted her to be a South Sydney fan, or you just let her have her own mind in that regard?
Well, she's actually a Broncos supporter. She actually used to ride Buck the Bronco. So she's had a lot of roles in her life, Lily. She's had a few jobs. She's a disability support worker now, so that's why she couldn't come down with me for the whole month. But no, she does good. She's a hard worker and she deserves every bit of success she gets.
Yeah, she gets full of praise for that particular occupation, but as far as riding Buck these days, he doesn't get a lot of exercise.
No, poor old Buck. They even tried to can him out, so she was definitely on board to keep him in. He's a good old horse, and yeah, she loved him. But Yeah, I'm full of praise for Lily. Her work ethic's second to none, and it's brownie points in my pocket if I just say nice things anyway.
We might just point out to those who may not know, Buck the horse at Lean Park, as it used to be known as, goes around the stadium once every time the Broncos scored a try.
Yeah, he does. I haven't been to a game for a while, but I remember when I went to the Suncorp game and Broncos were playing, Buck was there, and I actually think Lily was riding him that night, but we weren't even together then. I don't even think we knew each other then, but yeah, she was there. So, yeah, no, he's been a good old horse and he's there for life.
So you're just finding your feet as a trainer. How many horses do you have?
So we've got 4. We just purchased a little 3-year-old filly that's been untried before I come back down, and I brought 3 down with me, and got the main one, Rock Supreme. He's come back with me, so he's probably the main reason we come down, and I just brought a couple nice honest horses down with me, and we'll just see how they measure up.
Yeah, due to the influx of all the top horses heading to Queensland, you've decided to make this trip looking for better class races.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I got a trotter that raced in race 1 today, and we've been looking for the last few weeks, comparing the mile rates and times and stuff like that, and it doesn't seem overly harder down here than what it is up there, and there's a lot more mobile racing down here too while I'm here for the month, so we thought we'd utilise that because he gets a pretty good handy handicap at home, so we thought we'd try his luck down here. And the other fella, he's just going to punch around Penrith and try and earn a check and see how he goes. And yeah, like Rock Supreme, he's in a grade there where when the Sydney and the Victorian trainers come up, he's in a hard grade, so it'll be very difficult for him around this time of the year.
And Bryce, when you're not racing horses or training, you're now also calling races.
Yeah, so the calling, it's snowballed as well. So I think I definitely made the right move going to Queensland. It's really turned everything around for me. Full credit to Anthony Collins. He's been behind me 100% since I moved up there. He throws me every opportunity I can get. He lets me call a couple races here and there at some race meetings when he's calling them. So I've done a couple races at tab meetings at Redcliffe, Marburg. I've called the last 2 Melbourne Cup non-tab meetings at Redcliffe now, and I also, just before Easter, made the trip up to Mount Isa and called their non-tab gallops meeting.
This question's not too far out there, but calling races and driving in races, does it help you in one way and one or the other?
I think the driving and being around the horses and the training, it probably helps being a race caller because I know the horses, so I don't really have to study them when they're on the track. It's a bit like Freddie. Freddie's been calling here for many years, so he nearly knows.
Yeah, but he can't drive a nail.
He can't drive a nail, but he knows all the form and he knows the horses off the back of his head. And that's probably where it helps me out a lot too, because I drive in a lot of the races and I know a lot of the horses and that, and I've picked up on what the drivers do. I can pick them out being a race caller, where someone that might come in from a gallops to call the trots meeting, it might be a bit harder.
Well, it's good to catch up with you, and all the best for October. Probably can't come quick enough, and certainly Lily deserves a hell of a lot of praise.
Yeah, well, people keep saying, does she need a medal? She deserves a medal, but I think I deserve one. I'm a pretty good catch. So, but yeah, no, we're looking forward to October, and it's full steam ahead.
Good to catch up with you, Bryce.
Thanks, Mick.